Hey guys, this is the Host Helps video for after week 4, where Gary has preached on the power prayer and Aaron and James also shared on the power prayer and especially praying God's promises through prayer. And I want to just highlight as a host help today, but what do you do when someone shares a prayer request of a need? You know, what do you do with kind of figuring out what is your role as a host or a fellow participant when someone shares a need in a group? So Galatians 6:2 and Galatians 6:5 talk about burdens. Galatians 6:2 says talks about carrying each other's burdens, and Galatians 6:5 says that each one should carry their own load. And so as you're trying to discern what is your part in someone's need, I want to give a resource to you, what I've called the 4 questions. 4 questions that you can ask to help discern what is going on in this particular need. So the first question you might ask is, how long have you been dealing with this? How long have you been dealing with this issue? So if someone says, man, we're about to lose our home, we are struggling with finances, the question would be, man, that's so sad to hear that. How long have you been experiencing money troubles? And that gives you an idea of context for it. The second question is, who else knows about this issue? And as you interact with them about that, you might find out that they've talked to a pastor. And if they've talked to someone else, you might ask them the third question, which is, have you received any advice or counsel about this issue? If they've already received counsel, you want to know, what did they do with that counsel? And was it good counsel? And what have they been advised to do when they've reached out looking for advice? And the fourth question you want to ask is, do you have any plans for your next steps? Where would you go? What would you do? What is your plan? Do you need help crafting a plan? And so if you start with that as a framework, if someone shares something, you can walk through those 4 questions, you'll end up with a much fuller picture of what needs to happen next. And if you need help with resources, you need help with just wisdom and knowing how to walk through a situation, reach out to me. I've been doing life groups for over 20 years now, and I tell you, I've experienced a lot of different stories and scenarios, so I would love to help walk with you through that. So if you encounter a situation that needs some help, reach out to me and we'll walk through it together. And I'm praying for you guys this week.